Thanks to my friend Hugh as a Williamite, I was learning more and more about Christmas. After our unfortunate attempt at decorating the tree, my ears were ringing for days after the explosion. We had to promise the folks at Athlone Castle that we would not use fire anywhere near this historic building. In an effort to cheer us up, they decorated parts of the keep with garlands of evergreens and bright red bows. They even put up not one, but 2 Christmas trees, the artificial ones. Hugh and I helped by putting the star on top of each of the trees. The place looked splendid. "I hope Santa will bring us some presents," said Hugh. "Santa? Who is he?" I asked. "He is the one who brings us presents on Christmas Day. They say he lives at the North Pole with Mrs. Claus and all the elves. They spend most of the year making toys. Then, every year on Christmas Eve, Santa packs his sleigh, harnesses his reindeer, and travels faster than the speed of light, delivering gifts to all the good boys and girls around the world. Your Santa reminds me of our great Odin, father of all the gods. He also traveled through the night sky to visit our homes. But instead of a pack of reindeer, he had his 8-legged horse Sleipnir. I remember all those nights when I was a young boy, waiting for the great god Odin to arrive. I think I caught a glimpse of him once. Whenever he was due to arrive, we always made sure to leave some hay and sugar lumps in our shoes in case Sleipnir got hungry." "Ha! That sounds familiar. Tell me, was your Odin a white-bearded man in a red suit?" "He did have a magnificent white beard, but he usually dressed in a hooded coat made of white fur. I remember because we called him the Old Man Winter." "Maybe they were cousins," Hugh laughed. "Does Santa only bring gifts for little boys and girls?" I inquired. I must admit that receiving my very first Christmas gift last Monday made me really happy, and I secretly hoped that would not be the only gift I got for Yule, or rather Christmas this year. "Maybe he has something for us too." "Who knows?" replied Hugh with a smile. A few days later, I overheard some people at the castle talking about the secret Santa. From what I had gathered, people are helping the real Saint Nick with the gift giving by buying each other presents. That gave me an idea. I will be Hugh's secret Santa. That day, I went to town in search of the perfect gift. I admired the goods displayed in each and every shop window. There were baskets full of delicious-looking foods in one, some strange, some shiny contraptions in another. Suddenly, I saw what I was looking for. In one of the shops was a display of brilliantly colorful woolly garments. In the middle was the most magnificent crimson-red jumper with a reindeer on it. I knew I must get it for you. There was, however, the small issue of me not having any coins. But I wasn't going to let this stop me. Each night for a week, I spent working at my plan of how to pay for Hugh's gift. Finally, I was ready. I sneaked into the shop just before they were about to close and took the red jumper. Now, as you know, I am trying my best to redeem my Viking ways. So just taking something for free, or stealing, as it is referred to nowadays, was out of the question. I liked the idea of a secret Santa, so much that I decided to leave a payment in place of the jumper. I made sure to compensate the tradesperson with a statue of the Yule Goat I had carved from a large log. I was very generous with my payment. I'm sure you will agree. I even tied the last sheaf of grain from the harvest around the neck of my handsome goat. Every Viking knows that this bundle had magical powers and would bring this lucky shopkeeper an abundant harvest next year. I hid in the keep with Hugh's gift and some wrapping paper I took from one of the boxes under the Christmas tree. I was so focused on folding and unfolding the paper that I nearly jumped out of my skin when I heard a voice behind me. "What do you have there, my friend?" "Hugh! Oh no, you weren't supposed to see it." I held a half-wrapped present out to Hugh. "I wanted to be your secret Santa." "Oh, Olaf, that is so kind," said Hugh, taking the jumper. "How did you get the money to pay for it?" "Well, I didn't have any money, so I traded something for it instead." "That was nice of the shop to let you do that." I got an uncomfortable feeling in my stomach and felt my cheeks grow hot. Hugh must have noticed because he looked at me seriously and asked, "They didn't agree to the exchange, did they?" "Well, not exactly," I whispered. "Oh, Olaf, you must go back to them and sort it out." As I lay awake that night, I felt really bad. I now realize that I might have taken the idea of a secret Santa a little bit too far. As the church bells rang 10 o'clock in the morning, I stood at the door of the shop with Hugh's unfortunate jumper in hand.
Good morning.
Said the shop assistant, opening the door.
Are you looking for something special today?
I looked back to Hugh, who was standing behind me, smiling encouragingly. I came to return this," I said with my head hung in shame.
Is there something wrong with the jumper?
Asked the man. "Well, no, it is the most splendid jumper I have ever seen, but I took it yesterday evening," I whispered and felt more ashamed than I ever had. "I did leave the Yule Goat I made in return," I added a bit louder.
Oh, it was you.
Exclaimed the shop assistant.
We were wondering where the goat came from.
"I am truly sorry," I said.
I appreciate you coming back. It took a lot of the courage. I also love your carving.
The man smiled.
I have an idea. I will pay for you for the goat. I think it will be a wonderful addition to our Christmas display. This way you will have enough money to buy your Christmas present and stay out of trouble.
Thank you. I won't trade secretly ever again. I promise. It turned out that I was right about the value of my Yule Goat. The money I got from the shop assistant was enough not only to pay for Hugh's jumper, as well as a second one for myself. That one had a little robin on it. There was also enough to buy us some food we are planning on cooking for the Christmas feast. As we are walking back to the castle, Hugh gave me a pat on the back and said, "I am proud of you, Olaf. It takes true courage to take responsibility for one's mistake. I think Santa will have a gift for you this Christmas." In my heart, I knew that I already got the best present of all. Just as the old Norse verse said, gifts don't need to be extravagant. A little praise is often enough.